Now, as September approaches very soon, one thing that's on a lot of people's minds is the start of the new school year. And even though school will be a lot different for a lot of students, the curriculum should be pretty much the same. There'll be math, history, biology, and what about quantum physics? Now, quantum physics is the study of the tiniest building blocks in our universe, like atoms and particles, and it's usually not something you learn a whole lot about until you get to college. But that might be changing. This month, the National Science Foundation announced the National Q12 Education Partnership. This new program is joining forces with the US government and other institutions to introduce quantum science and technology into kindergarten through high school education. The goal is to prepare students to become part of the future quantum workforce. But what's a quantum workforce and why do we need one? Well, let's find out. Now, quantum physics is often portrayed as a lot of complex equations on chalkboards, but the theories of quantum physics are more than just a lot of math. All that math tells us that quantum particles, like the electrons inside an atom, or photons, which are particles of light, well, they can do some pretty amazing and unexpected things. Like they can be in two places or states at the same time, something called superposition. Now, let's say these two quantum particles can be in two states that will represent as green and purple. Now, if a quantum particle was in a superposition of these two states, well, that means it's green and purple at the same time. Not a blend of the two, it's all the way green and all the way purple, all at once. Now, things on the human scale don't really behave this way. If they did, this cat could be standing up and lying down at the same exact time. But there's more. Quantum particles can also have a powerful connection between them called entanglement that allows them to affect each other. Now, let's assume that these two particles are entangled, and one is purple and one is green. And if we change the green one, the other one automatically and instantaneously changes to purple. And this will happen even if you separate these two particles across the whole entire universe. And there's a lot more cool stuff to learn about quantum physics, but aside from it just being fascinating, there's another really important reason to learn about it. Quantum physics could be a huge part of the future of our technology. Now, scientists are right now harnessing the cool properties of the quantum world, like superposition and entanglement, to create new quantum technologies. Things like quantum computers. Now, by harnessing the properties of atoms and particles, quantum computers might one day be able to solve certain types of problems that are way too hard for even the most powerful computers that exist today. They'd be good at things like climate modeling and discovering new medicines. Scientists are also building new quantum communication systems that could keep our information safe from hackers. By encoding information into photons of light and entangling them together, scientists can create a quantum key, like a secret code that's nearly impossible to break, allowing us to send information securely. Imagine never needing to worry about hackers stealing your credit card information if you try to buy something online. In the future, we could use satellites and other forms of quantum communication to send information from quantum computers around the world, creating a new quantum internet. But in order to make things like a quantum computer or the quantum internet a reality, we need more scientists and engineers who can create, build, and maintain this new technology. We need a quantum workforce. By learning the basics of this science early on, students who are interested in pursuing careers in quantum science and technology will be ready to dive into the details when the time comes. And even if you don't work in the field of quantum science, well, we all need to understand what this new technology is and how it might affect our lives. And that's the goal of the National Q12 Education Partnership. Over the next decade, this partnership will establish lessons and resources for students of all ages that will make quantum science and technology education accessible to everyone. so that people, no matter who you are, can understand and appreciate this exciting and fascinating field of science. So keep your eye out for more quantum science as it expands into our educational institutions. And if you're interested in learning more about what students might be learning through this new program, you can check out the key concepts for future quantum information science learners at qis-learners.research.illinois.edu.